slot in the 78. Paul McMahon is going to be right alongside him in the 45. Tyler Walker in that blue number 35, his traditional number. That's a new ride for him. He's going to be right there on the inside of row number 2. And keep an eye on Logan Schuhart in that 1S. Well, he's off to a great start to his career.
Yeah, Bobby Allen's grandson. He's having a great year. Came out of 358 in Pennsylvania. Jumping into 410s, having a good year.
Wow, what a wild start to this one. Look at this get underway. Paul McMahon jumping into the lead. Sheldon Hodenshield in the 93. That's the black car. He moves up to third. That's the final transfer straight to the main.
Yeah, he just about kicked the wall out of turn 2, and Joey Saldana was able to get by.
Problems here for the car that started up on the front. Todd Kane slowing down.
Paul McMahon out front. On the cushion, doing what he needs to do, and the caution does come out.
What a shame for Todd Kane. Boy, he had such a golden opportunity starting number 1 here, and that front row has been such a great way to get straight into the main in these short 8-lap heats, and he's going to come to a stop on the backstretch.
So frustrating as a driver. You don't get these chances very often. We've seen it all night long. The front row starters, these heat races, finishing up there. All he had to do was maybe finish and having trouble.
Well, and that's what we talked about, the heartbreak here at Eldora. Boy, you're going into this heat thinking, man, I am in a great spot. Next thing you know, you're looking at going to the seat. Kerry Madsen is through. He's standing by the body.
Interesting perspective up here with Kerry Madsen. You're able to see the whole racetrack up here. Great job in your heat race. You're locked in to the King's Royal. What does that mean to you?
It means we start 10. Was trying to get Sammy. That would have got us up in the front, second row. And I was catching him. I just needed a bubble. And I thought I got it with the lap car. However, there wasn't enough room for me to squeeze on the outside lap car. So I probably lost the run I was hoping to get. Probably like sneaking with a big surprise right rear slide job, but didn't quite happen. But in saying that, 40 laps, starting 10th, that's fantastic. Our Canary car is just running awesome. Brian Morrison engine. Owners are Bob Gavranich, Pete Gavranich, and hope we can finish off a good night.
From this perch, what are you able to see?
Oh, just the action, man. The race is awesome at the King's Royal and the atmosphere, but also just watching how the track's still relatively quick. Cushion's starting to narrow, so Rob was telling me that the cushion's probably going to last about 15 laps, and we're going to have to try and hook her up in the middle somehow. So I don't know about that. I think we got a bit longer on the top, but all in all, now just deciphering the track. Now we know where we start. The pressure's off. Let the shoulders relax. So hopefully it's going to be a good night's race, and then we're up the front at the end.
Standing on top of the trailers, one of the best way to get the view here at King's Royal.
Oh yeah, they've got their stopwatches. They're clocking all these other cars, watching the racetrack. He mentioned Rob, his crew chief, Rob Hart. They've had a tremendous year together so far.
Good start again for McMahon. Here he goes in the 45, and Saldana's going to push him, but not going to get him.
Those two guys are really good friends. McMahon and Saldana have been hanging out in their motorhomes the last few days together, and boy, but when it comes to racing, they're not going to give each other any room.
Tyler Walker trying not to give any room to Sheldon Hodenshield right now. Sheldon trying to get the 93 to the bottom. That's the fight for the final transfer to the main.
Sheldon Hodenshield had a good run, but he couldn't get down to the inside of the 35 to make anything happen.
Into 1 and 2. Oh, Hodenshield's into the wall, and over he goes. Sheldon Hodenshield slaps the wall in between turns 1 and 2, and the 93 is upside down.
Looks like he just got in over the cushion, slapped it with the right rear, Ralph, and you know it. At this place, if you hit the right rear, it holds the right front end, starts turning the car upside down. That's exactly what happened to Sheldon. Luckily, see him get out of there, and luckily he didn't get hit as he was flipping. Another look at it here. Right there, you can see all 4 wheels over the cushion. Once that right front gets pulled into the wall, it catches it, digs in, and starts flipping.
And what a difference. Steve Kinzer smacked the wall earlier, remember? And the King was able to keep it off the wall. That's the difference. Boy, like you said, that front gets up into the wall, and over you go.
And a lot of times it's where you hit it. If it's entering the corner or through the middle of the corner, a lot of times you can't keep the right front out. If it's off the corner, you're really on the gas, you got the back already kicked out, a lot of times you can drive away from it. There's a good sign in walking away from it.
Pops, Jack Hodenshield, checking out, make sure everything's okay with Sheldon.
Good friend of ours, and Jack there, Art Smith also, they're shaking their heads. Know the night's over.
We'll get this one gridded up and ready to go when speed returns to the King's Royal.